Pleased to meet you. This is Fixed and Folded, the knife review channel for the casual knife collector. I am Cody, and I'm going to be reviewing the Spyderco Bodacious full-size to extra-large size folding knife. So the Bodacious is pretty expensive for the materials. You're getting DLC coated S30V and G10 for about 350 Canadian, which is about 50 bucks more than I think would be a reasonable value. But Spydercos and Benchmades like to be aggressive with their pricing, and I liked this enough to buy it. And I'm happy with this knife for being a knife, but I wish that it was 50 bucks less. I think it would sell quite a bit more. The ergonomics are excellent, even though these are slabby handles that aren't contoured. Just the way that it's shaped for the fingers and the overall dimensions of it, it just fits very, very comfortably and securely into my hands. I have extra large hands, 3.5 inches at the fingers, 4.5 inches at the palm, and pretty long. And yeah, this fits really good. You could have even triple XL gloves and fit onto here. If I had my XL gloves on, I'd have plenty of room. I think you don't want to have medium-sized hands with this. Probably large and bigger is going to be the market for this. The blade shape, the thickness of the spine, and the cutting edge lends itself to be really well balanced between being durable and being a good slicer. Pierces well, push cuts well, slices well. So this is a good all-arounder. This is a option for like a one knife survival option if it's going to be a folding knife. This is in the same use category as like Ontario Knives Rat Model 1 for being a durable full-size working knife. The compression lock system is pretty practical. It's finger safe, so when you compress the liner here, the blade isn't going to drop on your fingers, but it's not fidgety. So you're getting more of a practical knife here, more than something that's fun. I do like the styling of this. Benchmade can have pretty far out styling, and this is one of their more subdued versions. This is similar in aesthetics to maybe a Shaman, although this has flat handles instead of the contoured handles of the Shaman. This is very close to the Shaman in size and blade shape and thickness. This is actually a little bit cheaper than a Shaman. Shamans are getting crazy expensive. I think I've seen them for like 450 Canadian, and that's too much. Shaman's a good knife, but that's a really high price for what you're getting. I actually find this more comfortable than the Shaman just because of the pocket clip. The Shaman had a pretty aggressive pocket clip no matter which of the four-way positions I put it in. And this one just has a nice low profile. And so this one gets the win for comfort for me, despite the Shaman having that fancy contoured G10. This has inset steel liners that have some holes punched in them to reduce the weight. You've got your built-in lanyard hole into the handle here, and this takes a T10 for the pivot and T8 body screws, which is nice because T6s can be prone to stripping, especially if you don't push in with your bit while you're loosening and tightening. So it is nice. You get a bit more durability out of a larger torque size there with the T8s and the T10. Fit and finish has been excellent with this one. This one's perfectly centered and no grit. When I open and close, I'm looking to see if this, yep, this is bronze, phosphor bronze washers. And the cutting edge is even on both sides, and it's quite acute. I'd say it's less than a 30-degree edge, maybe closer to 20 degrees. And yeah, really good performer. It's not going to be quite as efficient of a cutter as, say, the blade on the Paramilitary 2. Even though blade stock thickness is about the same, Paramilitary 2 does a full taper from the base here to a needle point, whereas this one just tapers the last fifth to a good point, but it's not as fine a needle point as this one. And this is a full flat grind, where this is a high flat grind. There's about 1/10 here. That's not where the grind doesn't start. And then from here you have a full flat coming down, and from here down it's a high flat. So a little bit more durability over pure cutting efficiency, but this is a good all-arounder. The weight is medium to light for a big knife. And the only jimping is on the blade here, which is kind of a coarse file jimping, and it does provide good usable traction. And also you got a little bit of jimping on the liner here to release the compression lock, which is more of just finger reference than it is actual meaningful traction. You can slide all over that. You have a nice little cutout here to access the liner. You can finger flick it, you can thumb flick it, and you can slow roll it, and you can do the whole extra safe two-hand open and two-hand close. Yeah, this is a good working knife. This is also, could be a nice EDC knife if you have an area that you live that will allow this length of blade, which is about 3.75 inches. I better just make sure here. So cutting length. Okay, so you're looking at about 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches of cutting edge here. And no sharpening choil. Yeah, I really like this knife. It's a bit expensive at $350. I would like to see it 300 Canadian, but I really do resonate with this. It's my style. It's kind of all blacked out. I'll show you a quick size comparison here. So we've got these medium size knives, and I can fit all my hand on the handle with a bit of space on the back. So this is the smallest size that I will carry for myself. The PM3 here, Benchmade bug out, and I'd say this is a bit bigger than the PM2 in terms of handle space, but you do have, with the PM2 and 3, you have this extra finger forward design also, which between the blade and the handle, which is really great for choking up. Here you don't have a choke up point, but you do have a lot of blade real estate between blade and handle, and so you just don't need to choke up on this guy. And then this is about the same length as the Rat Model 1. Also, you have a nice generous finger area to choke your for finger forward here. And then this is an upcoming review I'm going to do of the K-Bar Ek. And these are getting into extra large, true extra large lengths. Then you get my beefy boy here, the SOG Seal XR. So you can see where the Bodacious fits in. So yeah, this is a winning design. For being a knife, for being a large EDC working knife, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. But when I factor in the price, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. So that concludes my review of the Spyderco Bodacious. Hope you all have a great night. I will be talking to you soon. Bye.